What's up? I'm Noelle at Noelle's Notions, and this is Fame by the Flame with Ice Meez. I really kind of want to talk about just all the aspects of you as an artist. So
Okay.
I know that you obviously do more than rapping. You're a producer, you're a family man. You've been in the game for a while now. I kind of want to just hear your story a little bit.
Okay.
So you want to tell us?
Yeah, well, I'm from Fairfield, California. Originally, I was born in San Francisco, but I've been in Fairfield maybe 15 years.
Okay.
And I've been doing music roughly about the same time with my brother and a few other people. And yeah, I don't actually produce, but I do direct, and I edit my own videos, and I also mix and master, engineer. I do graphics, and yeah, I just do everything music related. So
awesome.
That's basically me.
So master of all then, right?
I try to be.
Yeah.
I try to be, yeah, most definitely.
So what are some particular projects that you're really excited about, either that you've worked on in the past? And I'm talking, before we get into the music side, I'm really curious about your production side, because I mean, your videos, you guys, if you have not seen them, each one's like unique. I feel like they really capture the artist that you're filming, and they just vibe. I vibe with them. I like the setup that you do. So are there any ones in particular that maybe you really want to spotlight, like your work with, or that work with that artist?
Well, I like shooting all different kinds of videos, and lately I've been doing like a viral YouTube web series type things for different people. I don't necessarily do them myself, but a lot of people have been contacting me and hiring me to do them, so I like doing those. It's like quick 1-minute clips for like a barbershop battle. I just recently did that one. It was two barbers battling, so that's
cool.
fun. But
battling as in like battling haircuts and spitting game at the same time, or is it just like
battling haircuts?
Okay, that's what you like. I'm surprised someone didn't turn up like bald, with like them trying to like be rapping and also
rapping and doing it. That wouldn't be a good battle right there. Yeah, somebody gonna get a patch or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I like doing those, and music videos. I do a lot of music videos for people locally and some people that aren't local, but yeah, that's my production side and my director side of the things that I do. And I also direct my own videos, and I have people help me and hold the camera. Group of people that go by Black Genius, and it's me and a collective of other people. So
yeah, and speaking of Black Genius, they were holding your camera per se, right? On your Corey video.
Correct.
So now I kind of want to get a little bit into the music. So Corey, at least when I was listening to it, I mean, it sounds really personal to you, and just like obviously it's kind of like a come out of like who you are, and not letting like your past define you, and coming up in your future and working on all these new things, and just a summarization of you as an individual. Is that kind of like what you wanted to portray through making that song?
Yeah, I wanted it to be real personal, because I feel like a lot of stuff is fabricated right now. A lot of people aren't personal, you know what I mean? It's more turn up and drugs and all that. So I wanted to give people insight into who I am. And I wanted to let people know that I'm human, you know what I mean? That's what you're supposed to do, and people connect with that more. So yeah, I feel like that was the most important point of putting out that song.
So when you put out that song, besides, having fans just kind of get to know you a little bit more, I mean, what is one of the main, I guess, pieces of you that you put on that song that you want fans to connect with?
It was really like just telling my life. It wasn't a complete life story, but it was telling my life story. And basically the whole gist of the video and the song and the idea of it was, having a rough past and trying to turn it around and do something positive. Yeah. So, showing things that I went through, and these are all personal situations that I've actually went through. And I wanted to show that, but then also show that you can change. I'm a father now, I work, I do a bunch of different things that I feel are positive, so it's a change.
So what advice then do you have for those entertainers who maybe, or let me say this, what advice do you have for those upcoming entertainers who are looking at people in the game right now and, all this fake stuff that's being spitted, and you have something over here that is real and you're putting it out? What advice do you have for people who are new to the game for how to get started and how to kind of keep that realness even when they reach, that level where their name is known and people know who they are?
Well, in my opinion, just as a rap fan, I like things that are authentic, you know what I mean? So always be authentic, always be true to yourself. Don't try to conform. Don't try to do what everybody else is doing just because it's a fad, because that might not necessarily work for you. You know what I mean? That's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So you need to focus on what it is you're doing, and Yeah, and I think that's the most important thing, and then everything else will kind of just stick. And you hustle and grind, you got to do that all the time too.
So what do you think sets yourself apart from a lot of the other artists right now?
I'm self-contained. I pride myself on that. Like, I let people know that I do a lot of the stuff that people hear from me. I do it myself. So
okay, yeah, and you were saying
really
you mix and master everything yourself, right?
Not everything. I worked with a lot of different people that also helped me out, and they're
Okay.
dope individuals. Oos Nation from Fairfield, and the Legion, my boy Gabe, and yeah, so it's a lot of dope engineers out there. So if it's something that I can't necessarily do myself, I'll go spend a few dollars and go to
bring it,
somebody
yeah,
else,
bring in that talent, right,
exactly,
to add
exactly.
to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know you've said you've been doing music for a really long time. I'm just always curious, and I don't know if you have a favorite, you know, it's kind of like kids, like, you know, it's like you love them all, you don't have a favorite, right?
Yeah.
But what maybe, you know, song would you say, besides obviously Corey being really personal, what other song would you say really exemplifies either like a showing of your past or maybe like a preview into what you're trying to do for your future?
Well, a song that's close to my heart that I feel like was real positive also, and let me be clear that all my music isn't positive, you know what I'm saying, from a positive point of view if you would think of it that way, but it's basically like a, you know, it's the world through my eyes. I talk about past events and things like that, but with that being said, I did something that I felt like a lot of people struggle with, and it's basically about self-esteem. It's a song I did a while ago called You're a Star, and it was basically uplifting people and telling people, like, you're important, you're a star, look at yourself in the mirror and be your #1 fan. That's the whole gist of it, and I got a lot of love on that song and a lot of positive feedback, and we put some local kids from a dance group in there,
cool.
Bliss Urban Art Center from Vacaville. They were a part of helping us put it together, so I think it was dope.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, it kind of just shows it's like a community collaboration that's built around just the essence of being positive and being, you know, okay with being who you are and letting that person shine, not, you know, giving into all this fakeness that you're talking about.
Exactly. And then on top of that, it's about your confidence, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of people suffer from self-esteem issues and think that they can't do things that they are capable of doing, you know what I mean? And I just wanted to tell people that you can do that. And that's basically my message, and everything that I do is no matter where you come from and no matter what it is you're doing, like, you can do something better and pursue that, you know what I mean?
And, you know, speaking of being better, you've definitely progressed as an artist. You know, now you're a father, you've like lived in the game for a long time, you know, like putting out music for a while. What do you think has evolved most with your style, or maybe like changed the most personally to make you the artist that you are today versus, you know, years ago?
Well, years ago, I was just kind of just making music, and I was just thinking that that was going to stick. And, you know, I didn't know the grind side. I didn't know the business side. And I just figured that everything, like I said, most important is to do it yourself. So I think that was my growth. I started teaching myself how to do things and Googling different things and YouTube different things and just studying my craft, you know what I mean? So I can be self-sustained and yeah, you know what I mean? I wouldn't have to wait on anybody else to help me to do things, because I used to lean on people for the music side because I needed help with a video, or I needed help with studio time or recording, you know what I mean? So eventually I got tired of that and grow to learn how to do it myself. So
yeah, well, I mean, it's cool to see kind of your independence blooming into its own, of like now you're kind of you can you know, make your own music, film yourself doing it, you know, post it out there. So I think that's really cool that it's just kind of like one man band in the sense of like you have,
I mean, well, I have,
you know,
I do have a team
help,
of people.
you obviously have a team, but I just mean
people.
like your ambition to kind of self-sustain, you know, your own hustle. You know, you don't have to rely on anybody else to kind of keep you going. I think that's awesome.
Nah, yeah, that's I feel like it's most important also is being motivated. You got to motivate yourself, because people can't have you excited about something that you should be excited about if it's something you really want. You know what I mean? So most definitely.
Well, you know, you did talk a little bit about team, and I can sense you're big on community. I do want to kind of give you a chance to shout out any of those, you know, artists or maybe producers or anything that you felt had a really big impact in, you know, putting you on the scene today.
Well, my boy Pico, of course, he had put me in early, and he saw something in me that that a lot of other people didn't see. He took me to a lot of my first studio sessions and videos and all of that stuff, so I want to shout him out. And then I got a lot of people around me, so I know I don't got enough time to shout out everybody, but you know, I got a close circle of people. Shout out my manager, William Whedon. He's holding it down for me right now and moving. He's out there in Arizona doing his thing for me. Shout out my brother, man. Shout out my boy Dex, Gutta, my boy Squad Mike, Kaboo. You know what I mean? It's a lot, man. But shout out to everybody that's out there moving around and working with us. You know what I'm saying? Mondre, Deem, everybody.
So I know that you said, you know, a lot of people in the industry work with you, but you also work with other people. I know Gutta Mac, who you just mentioned, you have a song Smackin'.
Right.
Okay, you want to talk a little bit about that song and where people can, you know, listen to it, watch the video, all that?
Well, it's on YouTube. You can go look it up on YouTube. It's on my YouTube channel, or we actually dropped it through Thizzler, but you can find all my videos on my channel too. It's youtube.com/Ice Meez, ICEMEEZ. And yeah, that's a video and a song that me and my boy Gutta and my boy Dex put together. And it's off a new project that I'm working on putting out now, but it's not out yet. So it's called My Reflection. And it's entirely produced by Von Johnson. He's who actually did that beat. So yeah.
Awesome. So I'm really excited to see this new project. When is it going to be released in its entirety?
Well, we actually don't have a set date, but I released a couple songs from it. Corey's one of them, Smackin's one of them, and yeah, so we don't have an exact date of when we're going to do it, but we're kind of just pushing out singles and seeing what happens.
Well, fans are definitely going to have to stay tuned then, right? And catch all the singles.
Gotta stay tuned, man.
But they can download the full, put like their own mixtape, right?
Right. Oh, yeah, y'all can download it, stream it, you know what I'm saying? String it together, all that. So.
Well, I think it's awesome that you're kind of releasing little bits at a time, because it's almost like, you know, instead of releasing the whole book, you're doing chapters and you're letting fans into your life and kind of, you know, from Corey to Smackin', like all the different dimensions that make up you as an artist. Do you see yourself performing in collaboration with any other artists soon, like on stage? I know you just did a show with Andre Nicotina.
Yeah, we
up in early May. So I didn't know if you had anything else coming up that we can look forward to.
My brother actually is throwing the show. It's hosted by Fillmore Slim, and I'm going to be performing at that show also, and we're going to be shooting his video for a song called Fucked Up. And yeah, that's June, I want to say June 16th, but I don't want to get the date wrong. But
so sometime in June.
Yeah, it's like mid-June. But I'll have people updated, so if you follow me and follow my Instagram and stuff, you'll see a flyer and me promoting that more.
And is Instagram the best way for people to follow you?
Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, they're all at Ice Meez, ICEMEEZ. It's the same handle for everything, so.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's how they find me.
I am curious, you know, you're really open with who you are on your music. Is there anything that maybe you haven't shared that fans would be surprised?
I kind of leave it all on the table. I don't think it's too much that they would be surprised about. Let me think. Well, outside of music, I do art. I like to draw.
Oh, that's cool.
Do things like that. That might be something different that people might not necessarily think that I would be doing, but that's something that I do. And I help a lot of other people too. I teach other people how to do the same things that I'm trying to do, and you know, pass along the knowledge, because nobody was doing that for me. So that's really important for me too. So that's
I definitely see like a mentorship that you're kind of giving along to, you know, not only like the community, but other artists that you're working with, because as a, you know, doing your videography, you also film other artists' visions. Right? And kind of make their dreams come and be a reality.
Right.
And so how did you get into that? Was it just kind of a natural progression from, you know, doing music to kind of like, oh, well, I want to be the master of my own destiny and kind of control my own way of putting out media, and so like might as well film it. Is that kind of how you got started?
It was basically out of necessity. Like, you know what I mean? At the time when
the videographers weren't showing up on time, you're like,
or they was charging too much or something, you know what I mean? So I had to, you know, figure it out, and out of necessity. And when I first got started, I didn't have the money and resources to do the things that I'm doing now. So, yeah, so it made it a little bit harder. And I was like, man, you know what? If I can't physically go out and somebody's going to help me with it without asking for something in return, then I could teach myself. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe turn that into a business. And I'm slowly getting better. I feel like people seem to like what I'm doing. So
awesome, good. Well, I mean, yeah, I heard nothing but positive feedback, and obviously the videos are killer. You guys have to watch them all. They're all, your Instagram's flooded with all these videos.
Oh yeah,
so it's like,
I throw them all
you know,
up, so most definitely.
You can just click one, I'm sure.
Yeah, they'll see everything.
Exactly.
Click all of them. You know what I mean? It's good.
Yeah, like them all too.
Yeah, most definitely.
Well, you know, I see something on your Instagram too that I wanted to point out. Is you have listed on there as, you know, kind of titles for yourself as being a father.
Right.
So obviously it's something that's very important to you.
Most definitely.
How do you think that becoming a father changed maybe just your idea of the music industry, or maybe even how like you started producing like different sounds?
Well, I mean, I didn't grow up in a household that where we had that structure, you know what I'm saying? So I felt like it was important for me to be there for my child, but then also to be an example and be mindful of the things that I'm saying and the things that I'm doing, because when she's old enough, she's going to be able to see it and analyze that and be like, Dad, that's what you was doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't want her to do that, you know what I mean? So I still, like I said, all my music isn't positive, so I still make different types of music, but it all has a purpose. And I feel like that changed and made my music change, and it just made me more, made me want it more, made me go for it more, because I know that somebody is looking up to me and like, Dad, what we gonna do? So I gotta make something happen. So
that's awesome. Well, I mean, I definitely think you're out there hustling for her, so she's definitely proud of you.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Where do you see yourself in, let's say, the next 5 years?
The next 5 years. I see myself doing what I'm doing now, but just on a larger scale.
Okay.
So, you know, they could take that and analyze that any way they want to. But yeah, but I feel like I see myself still doing this, but with more clientele, working with bigger artists and different artists that I haven't worked with, and yeah, touching more people, maybe starting a team of people that I've taught how to do things, and they go on and make their money, start their business, you know what I mean? So
kind of like a collective of kind of like from where you guys started to now 5 years later, you guys are all doing your own things.
You're all doing your own thing. Yeah, we all branched off with your talents, you know what I mean? And I would hope that I can be a part of that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you talked about working with some other artists. Are there any artists that you had in mind that you were looking forward to working with, or have an aspiration to work with?
My number one artist that I want to work with is Nipsey Hussle.
Okay, shout out Nipsey.
Shout out Nipsey Hussle, man. If you watching, or you know, he check it out, man, that would be dope. That would be a super dope track.
All right, well, hopefully we can make that happen, you guys.
Right. Come on. Flood his Instagram,
fans,
man.
fans, flood the Instagram.
Flood his Instagram, man.
Tag Ice Meez on Nipsey Hussle's Instagram.
Make it happen for me.
So let's talk about 700.
Okay.
Okay, so I kind of want to talk about just how that came to be. I know it's a past project, but it's definitely one that I want to highlight. So can you give us, fans, just a little bit insight into that project?
Well, that was the last project that I released. It's probably my favorite project out of all the ones I released. I got 5 CDs out, so you can find those on iTunes, Amazon, and all those other platforms. But yeah, 700, I put it together, and I got a bunch of different people on it that I felt were dope, or that were close to me and what I was doing. And I have a few records on there that I'm really proud of. I got a song called Don't Wait Up on there, featuring Vidal Garcia, and then I got another song called Shame on You on there, also featuring Vidal Garcia and my brother Too Easy. And yeah, it was one of my favorite projects that I put out, so I want everybody to go pick that up.
Yeah,
and check it out
definitely. I mean, especially if it's your favorite. You have good taste in music, so fans, you better.
Favorite to date, because I think the next one that I put out is going to be
your favorite. It's always like the next one. You're like, this is my favorite. You're like,
now
no, it can only just get better, right?
Right, exactly.
All right, now I'm going to ask you, I'm going to put you in the hot seat, because we're by a fire. Could you freestyle for me?
Can I freestyle for you? Ooh. Can I cuss?
It's your interview.
All right. Let me see. Look, I'm the definition of elevation. Innovative, a product of proper preparation. Showing up and we going up like the elevators. Oh, and the women thinking we hella famous. I tell her I'm just an entertainer. Negativity never with me, don't entertain it. I'm too street, my 2 feet, they in the pavement. These dudes weak with me speak, could lead a nation. Made it out the hood, now we on stages. From the 707 to the front pages. Try to put me on the shelf, tell I'm outdated. So I did it by myself, buzzing outrageous. Reaching for the stars, you know who we are. I don't do it for the broads or the newest cars. I'ma do it for my dogs on the boulevard. See my whole squad going hard like we on the yard. Rap grind, trap grind, same thing. Full-time father, 9 to 5. Niggas can't hang, work 6 job. On God, I don't get tired. I'ma get mine. On God, I'ma get mine. Yeah, that's what I got.
Oh, that's it? Just that?
Sorry,
Damn, fire.
Thank you, most definitely.
Yeah, well, I mean, I appreciate you. You always know the real ones when they can spit a freestyle.
Man, that's what's up. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Of course, I appreciate you. And I just want to say thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, man.
Of course. And again, thank you, Jay, Omina Labs. You know you're rad. Appreciate you.
Most definitely.
Well, fans, until next time, I'm Noelle at Noelle's Notions, and this is Fame by the Flame with Ice Meez.
I'm Ice Meez, man. Y'all check it out. 707 Business.